starts now.
Welcome, friends, to another edition of Up North at 4. I'm Dan Hagan. Today, we will continue our history series up at the Iron County Historical Museum. We're going to go up to the clock tower today. And then let's learn about an inventory shortage in the outdoor recreation field. We're going to visit a business up in Minocqua. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. No spectators will be allowed at the Tokyo Olympics. The decision came hours after the Japanese government decided to put Tokyo under a state of emergency over the coronavirus. Cases in Japan are rising, and only 15% of its population is fully vaccinated. The Olympics are set to begin on July 23rd, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Governor Tony Evers signed the Republican-written state budget today. It includes a $2 million income tax cut. It also increases K-12 funding by $128 million, which is less than a tenth of what Evers wanted in his budget proposal. The governor made 50 largely minor partial vetoes, but one of those was getting rid of $750,000 to the Lakeland Star Academy, which is a Minocqua school that serves children with disabilities. The city of Rhinelander voted to undertake a housing needs assessment. Now they're inviting the public to give their input on the project. July 13th at 2 or 5 p.m., residents are invited to share their experiences with housing in Rhinelander, good or bad. The public open house events will allow residents to learn more about the needs assessment and provide their input on need in the community. The emerald ash borer continues to devastate ash trees in the United States, and though northern Wisconsin is largely free of that pest, local foresters are taking action. Employees from the Chaquamuget National Forest recently planted 55,000 seedlings in the Medford area. The species of those seedlings are oak, maple, birch, and cedar, and notably not ash. And that's because in this area, ash is the dominant species. And if those emerald ash borers kill all of those trees, it could lead to erosion and flooding. The National Forest hopes a diversity of trees will ensure that this does not happen. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Fuller joins us today on the first day of Hodag Fest. Jeff, hoping for some nice weather out there.
Hey, Dan. Well, this is more like it. Lots of sunshine out there today, and that will be back tomorrow and for Saturday and for Sunday, but not so much Monday with rain back in the forecast for Monday. But today, lots of sunshine out there. Temperatures back up near 70. So 70 right now at the airport in Rhinelander with a west wind around 5 and a dew point there of 47. Pretty dry air in place for us right now. It's also 70 for Wausau. So a calm wind there too with a dew point there of 50, and the pressure is steady. It'll likely stay steady all weekend long. All right, so here we go. Around the horn, temperatures hanging out near 70 pretty much everywhere across the region now. But there are a few more clouds across central Wisconsin currently, but who cares? It's a bit warmer today, and tomorrow it's going to be even warmer as we are building a lot of heat across the west right now. It's 97 in North Platte, 92 for Oakley. No 90s for you, but definitely 80s are in the 7-day forecast as soon as this weekend. So here we go. 77 the forecast high tomorrow, 78 for Saturday. And that's an 82 for Sunday afternoon. And then a bit cooler on Monday. That's going to be kind of our rainy, not an all-day rain, but a couple of showers around on Monday. And then we're right back up again for Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday of next week. So outside now, lots of sunshine across the top 1/3 of Wisconsin. But central Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin, still some cloud cover across the area. That will fade away tonight. It's going to be a bit cool again this evening. We could have low temperatures back in the mid-40s, just like it was last night. That's comfortable sleeping if you're inside. If you're outside in a tent, that could be actually a bit cool, as you know. But here's our weekend weather looking pretty good up this direction as we have lots of high pressure building in. Everything should go around us this weekend. We'll stay dry tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday before we get some rain showers in here on Monday, because this high pressure is building in. It's going to sink over us for the weekend. That means good weather for us and lots of sunshine over the weekend. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and a bit cool with low temperatures down near 47. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
Don't lose sleep by choosing a mattress from just any store. Instead, visit the experts at your one-stop sleep shop. Hi, I'm Kristen from Sleep Central. We're the only store in the Northwoods to carry all of the name brands like Beautyrest, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Serta, and all are ready for immediate delivery. We guarantee you'll find the perfect mattress at the perfect price. We also have a huge selection of bedding, futons, and accessories. We know how important sleep is, so stop on by and sleep better today. Sleep Central in Minocqua. Better sleep, pain-free, that's our promise.
It's a great time to start those big projects with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Whether your storage needs are small or large, a post frame building is the perfect solution. You can save 11% on the plans and materials. Design and buy online or stop into the store to start planning it today. Save 11% on all post frame buildings and everything else right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The new LDF Country Market in Lac du Flambeau offers families the freshest meats, produce, bakery, and groceries. Take a closer look and you'll find a smoke shop, beer cave, deli, and liquor all under one roof, with convenient fueling stations just outside. Add Native American arts and crafts and you'll enjoy a unique, spacious shopping experience found nowhere else. Shop the new LDF Country Market today. Get what you need so you can get back to what you enjoy.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
All right, we are back just as Jeff was checking his phone. But Jeff, I was right at the garden before this.
Yep.
And someone complimented my corn. Well, they thought it was my corn. They said, hey, I really like your corn. It's doing really well. And I had to tell them that's actually my competitor's corn.
Did you see that line down the middle is what separates us?
Yeah.
On the left is my corn. So I'm glad you didn't take credit for my corn. There it is. And yeah, and you took a picture last week, and that corn, it's kind of going bonkers, right?
I think in the future we need to come up with a way on how we're going to use all these vegetables. I don't know if we thought that far ahead.
We'll have to bring the show there and like eat and have everybody over and just have like a whole fiesta.
Yeah, that could be fun. Well, I also want to point out that Hodag Fest begins today. It's the 40th annual Hodag Fest after being not here last year due to the pandemic. People seem to be in good spirits. I wasn't actually there today. This is video from a reporter, Megan, but it seems like things are just as normal.
But you always know because there's lots of campers kind of tooling around town right now, and the restaurants are full, the roads are packed as well, and it's going to be a great weekend weather-wise, and even tonight and tomorrow too. So you picked a good weekend, Hodag Fest this year.
I'm sure many people are thankful for that forecast. It should be a great weekend. I just want to reflect on 2 years ago. I had this picture with Neil McCoy, Mr. Hodag himself. I had to show it. I interviewed him 2 years ago, and that's our former sports reporter, Maisie Vincent, who she just wanted to come along just so she could meet Neil McCoy. She actually wasn't doing a story, but that was nice of her to come
what's the
along.
Neil McCoy story? He's like a fixture at this, right? Every year he comes?
Right. I think he's been here. He hasn't been here every single year, but he's been here for 30 plus years.
So he's not like the spokesperson for it, but he makes it a point to be here.
Right, and he always finishes off the show. He's always the Sunday night act.
Okay, so he has a part every year.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I mean, people call him Mr. Hodag for a reason because he's been here pretty much every year. He started being one of these early acts like midday, Thursday or Friday, and now he's
And you said
McCoy.
30 years ago? He's been here for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I love that. Yeah.
Let's go back to the garden, if you don't mind, Jeff, because we have an infestation. We've talked about it before. We have potato beetle larvae, Jeff, and I want you to see how many larvae you can see on this screen.
I don't see any larvae on this screen. Oh, wait, no, I see one. That's a beetle. Okay, 3. I'm going to guess 3.
Okay, well, you're close. It's 12. This is a problem, Jeff. I think we should go there right after this show and smush all of these beetles. Because it's
so
not
that's
only
the larva or that's a beetle?
Those are the larvae. So they're premature beetles, I think one might put it that way. So we really need to take care of this because other gardeners are depending on us to manage
We
our
need to kill the
populations.
larva.
So
We've been killing the beetles, now it's time to kill the larva.
And we thought we were all set, the beetles are gone, but the next generation of beetles, and they're stronger than
so
before.
Are those going to hatch soon, do we know?
I don't really know how animals and plants and insects work, Jeff. I'm just a news reporter. I'm not a biologist, but I'm pretty sure larva is just a baby
We
beetle.
need to call someone and ask them because we got to get those before they hatch, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know if we're using the right terminology, but I understand your idea. We need to get rid of those. Well, Jeff, maybe a week ago we talked about pine trees. Speaking of me not being a biologist, we talked about pine trees. I just wanted to do a refresher on that because I wanted to add one layer of complexity. I did, and you passed. So we have a red pine on the left, a white pine on the right. Let's do the next slide here just so we have our facts set straight. We determined this a couple weeks ago, but red pine, self-explanatory, kind of reddish, scraggly, rough bark. You know this, Jeff. The longer needles, white pine.
And these are the most prolific pines in the Northwoods, correct?
These are the two most prolific pines in the Northwoods. So I have, so again, this is the white, sorry, this is the red pine. It's kind of hard to tell in this photo. And then our next one is the white pine. And then if you want to just come back to me, Mr. Director, man, I have two branches from the white pine and the red pine. And there's one more kind of facet I want to bring up.
What's that?
The fascicle. And the fascicle is this little kind of bundle of needles here. So you see that, Jeff?
I do see it.
So each of these needles kind of comes from a little sheath or a bundle. Red pines have 2 needles. Common misconception is it's 3. It's actually 2. Go check your red pine in your yard. 2 needles per fascicle. Now, if you look at the white pine, I just realized this isn't a nature show. I don't really, okay, anyway, I'm gonna power through. These white pine fascicles have about 3 to 5 needles in them. So just another way you can distinguish white pine from red pine.
You know. We gotta go.
We gotta go. We'll be right back after the break. We will go back to the Hurley Museum and we're gonna learn more about the clock tower there.
The historic Rhinelander Cafe and Pub in downtown Rhinelander has been serving the Northwoods since 1911. With 32 craft beers on tap and supper club staples, Friday fish fry and Saturday prime rib, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub also features more modern dishes like truffle fries and flatbread pizza. The large dining room provides plenty of space for an intimate surf and turf dinner or a family gathering over pasta. Stop in and enjoy a landmark in downtown Rhinelander, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub on Brown Street.
Renee is not an influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaping and reimagining her 4-acre slice of heaven. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arbor Vitae for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Elm Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
You blink, and 2 years have passed. Time moves that quickly. It's your time, too. You can go to college. You can have a career. You can earn more. For your family, for your future, for you. Just think what you can accomplish in your next blink.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
We're back on our tour of the Iron County Historical Society here in Hurley, Wisconsin, so with Kristen Kolasar. Kristen, tell me about the construction of this building.
All right, so in 1892, Hurley was a really booming place, and they wanted a really magnificent town hall because they felt that maybe it would draw even more people to the community. So they put out bids, and they hired a young architect by the name of Mr. Ruggles, and he designed this building in the Richardsonian Romanesque style. It was estimated to cost $20,000, and a big expenditure of that $20,000 was this clock tower. And there was some argument around town about, is this really needed for a town hall? But they decided to approve it. Construction came in over budget. It came in at about $27,000, which is equal to $815,000 in today's money. And a jeweler came from Chicago in 1893 to install the clock.
Let's talk about the clock for a little bit then.
Okay.
What is this big contraption right here?
So the original clock worked from 1893 until 1922. In June of 1922, there was a torrential rainstorm, and lightning struck the clock tower, and it actually started it on fire. So the original clock was destroyed, and the county board decided to replace it with this Seth Thomas clock in 1922. And it costs $1,300, which is equal to about $21,500 today. And for this reason, electricity was added into this clock tower because it's an electric clock.
It is a magnificent piece of just manufacturing and design. It is incredible. What else about this clock tower do you want to talk about?
So right now, it isn't working. It worked really well from the 20s through the mid-30s, but when it stopped for the first time, it was during the Great Depression, and the county couldn't set aside the funds to fix it. So throughout periods of its history, it would work, then it would need to be fixed again. For about a dozen years, the clock was stopped at 5 to 5. When the Historical Society took over this building as its museum, there were a couple of donors by the name of John and Willis Sullivan who really wanted the clock working again. So they paid to have this, the clock fixed and the tower refurbished in memory of their parents, John and Ida Sullivan. And you can see these are actually the faces that used to be outside, and they're 5'2".
Okay, and it's not working though anymore. What happened between 81 and now?
Well, it just hasn't been working the last few years. We'd like to get it fixed again, but it's finding someone who's able to fix it. As you can imagine, there's not a lot of people who know how to work on this anymore.
A specialty career, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about this picture we have right here.
Okay, so this picture was taken shortly after the building opened. You can see the clock right in the corner. So one thing that's really different is that the front doors used to open and the fire wagon would come out. So back in that time, a lot of the buildings were made out of wood and there were frequent fires. However, the fire department did not have its own set of horses. So when the fire bell rang out, the townspeople that lived near the courthouse would rush up to the courthouse to try to be the first to arrive, so they would have the honor of their horses pulling the fire wagon.
Wow, that is so cool. Okay. Let's call it for now here in the clock tower. Let's head downstairs for the first time on this tour and go into the weaving room next time. Does that sound okay?
Sounds great, Dan.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
An engagement ring is the defining symbol of a lifelong promise, and that's why choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers is so important. As a family business, they know how important your search is, and they take great pride in helping you find the perfect engagement ring. For Lee Ayres, it's all about taking care of you, the customer. From in-store goldsmiths to custom jewelry design by Thomas Daling, they do it all. Begin your lifelong promise by choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point.
A Ford built for you, by you. Get yours, built from the ground up with your choice of colors, wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want a head-up display in Escape, 5 GOAT modes in Bronco Sport, or best-in-class gas torque in a Ranger? You got it. And now an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
We're back on Up North at 4. I'm here with Andrew Teichmiller inside of the Chaquamuget Adventure Company store is this Minocqua or Woodruff, right where in between?
Minocqua.
Minocqua proper? Okay, so we're in Minocqua right now. Tell me, I see a lot of cars going past this right now. How is business inside Chaquamuget Adventure Company?
Yeah, it definitely, the season started early. The ice went out early. Beautiful weather came pretty early. Our products came early. And so we had a really busy start of the season, much earlier than in the past.
Okay, so the weather has cooperated, but we all know COVID-19 has really thrown a wrench into supply chains.
Right.
How's that affected you guys?
Yeah, so, I mean, we were very fortunate that we got our supply of paddle sports products very early in the season. And so what has happened is that we got it kind of first, and so we were getting people from, Chicagoland area and Minneapolis, Dayton, Ohio, wherever, people coming up because we actually had the products in stock. They didn't have summer homes here. They just came up because we actually had these boats in stock. They ended up making vacations out of it, which was so cool. And but yeah, we went through our summer supply incredibly quickly.
So was that just luck of the draw that you guys got your boats more than other people, or?
And so I don't know. I feel very fortunate, to have gotten as much product as I did very early. The industry is still producing orders for pre-season, and we still have a lot of boats to pick up that people have special ordered that, are just not here yet. Bicycle industry is the same way. We're still waiting on a lot of bikes yet to come back into stock that people have already ordered and bought.
Okay, so that was kind of my next question.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you guys, I see inventory in here, but not as much as you'd like?
Sure, like we do not have any rental kayaks because we sold through every kayak that we had. I do hold on to rental canoes. We have rental stand-up paddle boards, but bicycles and kayaks, we've sold through everything, or we did not get, in terms of bicycles, our entire inventory in yet. So that has affected that part of our business negatively. But at the same point, more people are buying to own than maybe are renting at this point.
So as a person who knows maybe just enough to be dangerous about this kind of stuff, it seems to me that there's two factors for maybe less supply than usual. One, the supply chain was messed up. Two, there's just more demand because more people are interested. What is your take on that?
Yeah, it's definitely, there's more demand. Paddle sports industry, bike industry definitely has seen a big growth in demand and people like me ordering way more product than we have in the past. Plus then some supply chain issues, in kayaks, maybe a particular boat, they can't get the seats, or gunnels were hard to come by, or actual physical product of building, the boats, the material itself. There's been some shortages. So all that has, kind of combined the demand and the product to kind of make this kind of mess that we're in. But at the same time, these are all, really wonderful problems. More people want to get outside and do these silent sports, and and it's not just my industry, it's so many others, but for the silent sports industry, we just, I feel blessed. I mean, this is a great problem to have. We just, need some patience to kind of work through it.
That's a great attitude to have, Andy.
Right.
Thanks so much for joining me on the program today.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And good to see you too. We'll be right back.